Great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the employer presentation by Skylo Technologies. My name is Chang Pham. I work for the City of S4 and I am one of the event organizer. Very happy to have you here with us today. And for our session speaker today, I have with us Biplob, Engineering Program Manager at Skylo. He is an engineering program manager with a 360-degree view of the corporate battlefield, having been both the builder and the end user of the enterprise tools. Knowing for automating chaos, translating engineers into executives, and finding the fastest sustainable way forward, he is proof that process can be both efficient and entertaining. Before I give my floor to Biplob, a few practicalities I would like to mention. We will have about 15 to 20 minutes presentation from Biplob, and after that we will have a Q&A session. Please use the Q&A function and the upvote function there to vote for the questions that most relevant to you, so we can use the times wisely and pick the questions to ask our speaker in the end of the presentation. With all that said, please help me welcome Biplob, and I give the floor to you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you for attending the session from various parts of the world. I know you've been messaging me quite a lot. So welcome to the introduction session of the company making direct-to-device a reality, Skylo. So I am Biplob Bhandari, and I am an engineering program manager. So I'm an engineer and a systems manager by education and a project or a program manager by profession. A little bit about myself. So I started my career as an IT field engineer. Then I joined Finland's Pride, Nokia, as a trainee. And then I climbed the corporate ladder to become a project manager. Being an ambitious person, I thought things in Nokia were not moving at a faster agile pace I was looking for. So I hopped on the recruitment lane and parked myself as an engineering program manager at Skylo. So I help our engineering teams navigate obstacles and plan their next moves. A little bit more about myself before we dive in. So I came to Finland in 2011 as a student, and I'm still a student. And they say education never stops. So I think I'm a good example, right? And I've lived in 5 cities in Finland, and I've traveled to 25 countries and have taken, I think, about 188,000 photos and videos. You might wonder why I'm bringing the 188,000 number. Well, that is coincidentally the same number of lakes we have here in Finland. Now enough about me. Let's talk about the problem statement. So I'm pretty sure you have been on a cruise, a Mediterranean cruise, a Gran Canaria, or to the Caribbean. If not, you've been on a trek to base camps of mountains or even national parks, right? So what is the common problem we face? It's no cellular connection. Did you know that even though 95% of the world population lives within this range of a mobile broadband network, 85% of the world's surface has no coverage. This means trillions of devices, machines on farms or in shipping containers or on boats are completely offline. Businesses have sensors, trackers, and monitors everywhere, but they hit a wall when those assets move out of a cell range. So no fear when Skylo is here. So our solution is a global network of things. So at Skylo, we're building this non-terrestrial network that uses the 3GPP standards. So it's the same standards that your phone already has. So this means the hardware is already in your hands. So bear in mind, we are not launching our own satellites, and that's the key point. We partner with existing satellite operators who already have these massive, powerful satellites in the geostationary orbits. So it's known as GEO. And how they work? Well, they basically are satellites that is essentially parked at 36,000 kilometers up in the sky. From there, one satellite can cover an entire continent or an ocean. So it's like a giant cell tower in the sky that doesn't move. So it gives us instant, massive, and constant coverage. So it also covers, it gives the possibility of this 70 million square kilometers of coverage, out of which 50 million we're covering right now. And we're covering 37 countries and counting, of course. Today, we have 10 million activated devices in our network, and possibly one in your hand is also one that we are covered. So dividing a little bit more on the how question. So this is a diagram to help you wrap your head around the principle of how Skylo works. So normally when you lose a signal, your phone searches for another cell tower from a partner network or from the same network, and it moves to that one. But with Skylo or Skylo certified devices, it could be your watch or it could be your phone. If they can't find any terrestrial network, it simply searches for the next available satellite network, and that's the Skylo network it connects to. It's basically behaving like a roaming device, but with an automatic and seamless switch. So the modem, it detects or the modem in your devices, it detects a signal from the Skylo's network. The satellite beams down the data to the ground station, as you can see in the figure here. And then it is connected to Skylo's own RAN. This, in turn, is connected to these mobile network providers through our core network. Now, you might ask the question, but isn't it the same as what Starlink already provides? Well, the difference is Starlink works with LEO, low Earth orbit satellites. So it behaves like a router. It's a high-speed broadband, while Skylo is a geostationary satellite. So it's a low-powered narrowband. It behaves like a cell tower. Our advantage is that our works with IoT devices. For example, tiny battery-powered sensors, like a tag in a cow's ear in a ranch somewhere in Texas, or a moisture sensor from a farmer's 1,000-acre land. Or coming back to the cruises again, think about a shipping container or fishing boat in the Pacific Ocean. So we can directly connect into that. You could be an adventurer, or you could be a hiker or mountain biker who has met with an accident, and your watch can send a SOS message through a satellite right from your hands without any hardware. So think about that. Now, Skydo's services are not for video streaming or web browsing, but for efficient and reliable and always on connectivity for essential data. That's for now. The possibility of direct to device is vast, and we are just getting started. If you remember, just look at AI. A few years ago, if you remember the Will Smith eating the spaghetti video, right? So it was like horrible. And look at the videos AI can create now. So same with autonomous cars. We would need maps that cannot fail. Might I remind you, The Office season 3, episode 11, where Michael Scott drives the car into the lake, claiming the machine knows. Right. Okay. The reason I said for now is because this is our goal within 12 months. Right. Right now we support packet data. You know, the SOS that you just saw, the video, the SOS message going from the watch, from the biker. So, and location sharing and critical alerts, that's already available. So P2P text is already available, and it's integrated with Gemini. Our latest service also works with OTT voice, basically means WhatsApp Messenger, and even this Zoom call could have been done over satellite. So we're working on that. Some are available, some is not yet. And if you are following our social posts, we just made, well, not just, but in August, we made the first ever satellite voice call using narrowband non-terrestrial network. So you can look at our social posts to see a little bit more details about that. Now, how do we get the magic in your hands, right? So unlike Starlink or your home routers, we do not need these clunky, expensive boxes. So that is how the satellites in the 90s used to work. And some of you might still remember it. You used to have the satellite phone, you had a device at home, and then like tower and on top of the building. It was horrible. The Skylo way is to go straight to the big shots, so like Qualcomm, MediaTek, Samsung, or Sony, to name a few. And we are happy to say that we have certified 2/3 of the world's most popular chipsets, which is encompassed within these. So you know what this means? This means over 1 billion devices per year, phones, watches, cars, and those cow trackers roll off the assembly line with Skylo ready. So we are not an app you install, but it's already part of the device's DNA. This slide, it looks a little bit like a report card because as you can see, we're basically the kid who aced every subject. So chipsets, we're covered. Certification program, we're the only ones to do it. Phone OS support, we work natively with Android. Carriers, we work with most of the major ones. And then like we are already interested in the others and we welcome any that is interested. And as I mentioned earlier, we did the first NB-NTN voice call over satellite, and we have quite a lot of world's first. As you can see, we have world's first D2D service natively integrated with Android, certification program, seamless cellular to satellite roaming, and so on. So we're very proud of our world's first. And these are the behind the scene features. These are our moats. Now talking about, well, enough of bragging, I think. So we can go to why big carriers would come to us. So why us? So they basically get an offer for this unique network experience to their clients, right? I mean, our network is in the middle of the ocean and like it works. So that's a pretty good sales pitch, I guess. Like who else can say that? No user will switch away from you basically because you have this SOS feature inbuilt. Safety is, like it's basically a safety net. And the best kicker is that this is all revenue or new revenue without additional capex. We are not asking you to build a new tower. We're not asking you to launch a satellite, but we have done all the hard work. We just need your subscribers. So it's basically 3 simple steps, really. So consumers buy the coolest new phones, like your Galaxy or your this Pixel or the watch. So that the carrier has the feature as a part of the subscription, and Skylo will work in the background. Boom. Network extended to the rest of the planet. That's simple as that. And by live in 4 continents, that I mean is we're really live. Consumers, are already there in these 4 continents. We are already covering 50 million square kilometers as we speak. And we are just getting started. And these are our main carriers at various continents. And this is the team leading the charts. So they bring vast experience from various backgrounds. Might I add, we have 7 PhDs just at Skylo, Finland. And this is our like driving team. Before we dive into the finale, basically the slide there that you all waiting for. So here is a bit of a detailed view of how your device is connected to MNO or the Skylo network. So this is a little bit technical picture for anybody who would like deep dive, basically. And this is the moment you all have been waiting for. So these are our open positions. We're growing fast and looking for people who want to solve hard problems. We do offer relocation possibilities. And also some positions are open for our Bangalore or Mountain View, California office as well. And these are our current open positions in Finland. And you can get more details from the QR code if you can scan that. So are you interested in building a network that covers the entire planet? Thank you. Any questions? Have we got questions in the chat?
Yes, thank you so much for a very engaging and interesting presentation. Yes, I see some question in the chat, so I will read them to you. So the first question is, so Skylo is a satellite equivalent MVNO?
Yeah, you can say that, yes.
All right, and then the question or a comment is, no Apple iOS. They have their own satellite fall over. How does that compare?
We don't have our own satellite and no over iOS yet. Um, we have the satellite providers who provide us the beams. So they beam down into these 70 million square kilometers, and we use those beams to transmit data.
Yes, are you planning to turn every mobile phone into one? What about battery life?
As I said, it doesn't use a large amount of battery. It's a low power narrowband. Unlike your SpaceX, not SpaceX, sorry, as Starlink. Starlink uses high speed broadband, but we use a low power narrowband, which means it's like you're having your phone on, like a it'll consume the same amount of battery it consumes when your phone is working with your normal DNA or Elisa Telia, whichever network provider you have.
Yeah, thank you. And before I check the next one, just a reminder that please vote for the question that you most relevant to you so we can take it up and ask the question. Since I can see that more and more questions are coming, but since they're still loading, so if you can vote for the question, then I will bring it up.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I would also like to apologize if I don't answer all technical questions correctly, because we do have the engineers who know better than I do. And then regarding the open positions as well, I can only tell you as much details as I know, because unfortunately we don't have our recruiter with us in the call today. Because you all have sent meeting invites and she's in those meeting that you have sent.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, and do you hire non-EU computer science graduates or 1 or 2 years
We do.
experience for junior roles at Skylo? If
Uh,
yes,
un-
what is the best way
Unfortunately,
to apply?
yeah, unfortunately, no. Because as I said, I actually checked before the call, and then the lowest or the least experience we are looking for is 5 years. Otherwise, we require senior staff, senior and staff software engineers with like ranging from 6 years to 10 years experience.
Thank you. When applying for one of the vacancies, any advice on CV format or what your expectations are overall? For example,
Yeah.
CV format information, etc.
Okay. I mean, I can answer you from a foreign person living in Finland's perspective, because I've been in those shoes, and I've taken a mentorship course, basically, helping others and helping myself create a better CV. So what I would suggest you is to not have so much text in your CVs and try to create a unique CV. Like you need to stand out from the competition, because otherwise everybody's using either this Europass CV or like a generic CV creator. You can just go to Word, or you can use Canva. I mean, there are tons of free tools available. Just make your CV unique, and try to present yourself as big as possible. Like, mention your qualities, your skills, what you're good at, what you bring to the company, how you help them solve problems. 2 line of summary can speak quite a lot about you. So try to make a unique CV. That is what I would say.
Thank you. And do you have any opportunities for internship in especially software development? What
Mm.
level is required? Masters or bachelor's?
Mm. Yeah. Right now we do not. I did talk about this with our leadership team. Not right now, but we are thinking about it maybe next summer. So not this year, unfortunately.
Thank you. I think you might have mentioned this, but are there any prospects for entry-level candidates?
Unfortunately, not,
Yeah.
because as I said, we are like fast-paced company, and then we don't have so many people right now. Right now in Finland, I think we have about 30 people, and we are growing. Of course, we have 6 openings for the time being. We will have more, and I think the minimum amount of experience, if it is not an internship position, then it would be like 5 years.
Thank
Otherwise, like
you.
we are offering relocation and so on as well, right? So I mean, if we think about from a business holders, like business owners perspective, employing somebody from out of the country who has like few years of experience costs quite a lot.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm just read some questions are similar, so I won't ask them.
Yeah.
Please let us know if you guys are recruiting non-EU candidate,
We are.
specifically within the business intelligence domain.
Mm. Unfortunately, our business, the line of business is not business intelligence. So we are not.
What is the best way to connect with you or your talent team for a brief discovery call for any
Mm.
potential opportunity match?
Yeah, so we have a few recruiters who are based on different countries. It's based on which country you are. So if you look for Skylo's LinkedIn page, you might find our recruiters. So Tina is the recruiter in our Finland office. So she is posting quite a lot of posts about the openings that we have. So you can message her possibly in LinkedIn. If not, what you can do is also, let me go to the slides. You can send an email to our info email as well and check it out. I mean, best way would be to contact directly our recruiters. So Tina in Finland, Bhanita in Bangalore, and I think it's Andrea in the US.
Perfect. Thank you. Hi there, I'm from India. Does the company provide visa sponsorship?
I mean, I don't think it works like that in Finland, no. I
Yeah.
mean, you can get an offer and then you have to go to the consulate and apply for visa based on the contract that you got. Um, so I mean, you have to think about how the rules regulations work because we're not the ones providing visa. It's Migri or this migration.
Yeah. How strong automation skills do you need for the system test engineer role?
All right, that's now something that is really connected to our position. So yeah, so we do have this system test engineer for the automation role because they're doing system tests before deployment and after release basically. So our development team does the release, the testing team does the tests, and then it is released. So the advertisement says 5 to 7 years of experience. So I would suggest you have at least 5 years of experience. If you want more details about this specific role, then you can also message me in LinkedIn. So, or this Tabata platform. Quite a few have sent me messages, but nobody quite clearly states which role they are interested in and why they match that position. I would suggest you can reach me out in LinkedIn and talk about this role in specific. Then we can connect.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
I would request the same with any of the 136 people online that, if you're reaching out to anybody from any other company as well, it is best if you write your experience and maybe give your LinkedIn profile link and then say which position in that company you are interested in because uh, you're just writing like a long paragraph about who you are, not which position you are interested in and how your skills will help that position.
Yeah, thank you for the tip. And then we still have 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you open for business meeting directly with a candidate who are interested in program manager role and have
Mm-hmm.
6 years working experience in tech industry, such as
Sure.
Apple and Facebook, and currently
Yeah.
based in Espoo?
Oh, okay. Actually, we do need a program manager, but not in Espoo for the time being. We do need one in Bangalore. Um, yeah, we need an engineering program manager, and we do need engineering program manager for sales side in Espoo. So I'm not sure if that fits. I mean, you can message me. I mean, as I said, just tell me of the topic or the open position that is there, and yeah, we can talk if it is specific to this role because I can see only one position that is a program manager position that is open in Espoo. and it will be working with the carriers. As I said, we work with these mobile network providers, so we are expanding our reach. So right now I said 37 countries, and we are expanding globally. So of course we would need program managers. But yeah, this is the one position that we have open at ESPO. So just check out the QR code again. Then I'll go back to the slide. Yeah, and then there's the program manager for sales that is open right now.
Thank you. Hello, I have applied for one of the networking role. May I know how swift the response will be?
Yeah, I can check actually. Usually it's within a few, I mean, latest should be 2 weeks, no more than that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's usually review time is 2 hours for us, so we will already review in 2 hours, unless we have quite a lot of not 2 hours, sorry, 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah, we are reviewing within 2 days, but yeah, sometimes there's like overwhelming number of applicants, so it might take a while.
yeah, the question is how can we connect with you on program manager sales?
Yeah, you can,
Yeah,
as I said,
LinkedIn. Yeah,
yeah,
LinkedIn and
LinkedIn. Yeah. So, like when you send me a connection in LinkedIn, there is a possibility to add a note, right? In that note, write down that you are interested in this position and this is the reason that you are interested in. Otherwise, like everybody will spam the same thing.
are you recruiting advertising operations people with 10 plus years experience?
Yeah, now, as somebody in the previous meetings or previous event or presentations also said, the customers are Finnish. So you would need to know Finnish if you want to advertise here. So it works for not just any open positions in Skylo, but any positions open in Finland, because you're advertising to people who speak Finnish. So you would need the language. For the time being, we don't have any advertisement because we are a B2B business.
Yeah, thank you. And then I still have. Can we add references of manager or colleagues in resume?
It depends now. I know which culture you come from, so it depends on the culture, right? But what at least what I've learned from these CV workshops that's being done through this startup refugees or Tieto or these companies that do these CV workshops, even through the universities, I've understood that in Finland, it's best not to have that. If you really want to add it, please ask the person you are gonna mention. Okay, for example, if it's your professor or like previous HR person, ask them that, okay, you're going to add that to your CV and then add that. Otherwise, people in Finland are trustworthy and they trust that you have the right information there.
Thank you. Any open roles in finance?
Not for the time being, I think. We just had somebody in finance join recently, so you're a little bit late.
All right. And then I will take one last question. Does the program manager sales require Finnish as well?
The advertisement says it doesn't, because if you go to the advertisement for program manager careers, so it's under the sales, it doesn't say Finnish anywhere, because as I said, we're B2B business, and then the clients that we have, hopefully they speak Finnish, English. So yeah, we're dealing in English anyways throughout the world.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Biplob, for wonderful presentation and this really great engaging Q&A session. And thank you everyone for your participation into our event today as well. And yeah, just to sum up, you can connect with Biplob through LinkedIn, and please be specific. Write what role you are interested in, and then in the note, and also introduce yourself. And the presentation will be uploaded on Tavata after our event, so you can also find the information there. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much for having us. And the next employer presentation will start right now about Nuvo. So see you there. And thank you for joining us, Biplob. Have a nice
Thank you,
day.
Pam. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye bye.